For about a year now, I've been using the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro as my go-to gimbal whenever I am filming content on my iPhone, which is constant. I'm actually using it right now to film. But beyond giving my iPhone stabilization, it has also been helpful because it has this detachable AI tracker. And so I can use this to set the gimbal and my phone down, and the AI tracker will follow me as I move around. So it's kind of like I have a cameraman with me, even though I don't. However, after a year of using it, I've been running into some problems. Like occasionally the tracker will lose track of me, or more commonly, my kids will see me using it whenever I'm filming at home. And of course, they want to see what it is because they've never seen it before. They want to play with it. And because gimbals are a little more fragile, it nearly gives me a heart attack every time they lunge for it and they, try to touch it or knock it over. And so the durability has been a bit of an issue just in the way that I personally use it. So when this company, XBot Go, reached out to me and offered to send me this device called the Chameleon, I decided to try it out. Earlier this year, I went to CES, which is the largest tech trade show here in the USA, maybe in the world. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on it. But when I was there, I saw a lot of devices. And one of the devices I saw was this XBot Go. I don't have footage of me trying it at CES, but I did see it in action. And yeah, it made me really curious. So yeah, I have it here with me today. And we are going to see how it compares to using a phone gimbal. We're going to do some side-by-side comparisons, talk about practical applications, and just see if we can replace a phone gimbal with this guy. So first off, let's talk about what these devices even are, in case you're unfamiliar. So both of them are accessories for your camera, and your camera is your phone. So they both work with iPhones and Android. I'm doing all of my testing on my iPhone 17 Pro. Before we talk about the Chameleon, let's talk about a phone gimbal. So the main purpose of phone gimbals is to provide stabilization for your camera. But newer gimbals, such as the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro, are coming with these optional AI trackers. So that functionality is quite different than what the XBot Go is doing here. So this device, it does have a holder for your phone. You stick it in here, but it's not giving you stabilization. The main purpose of this device is to use the little AI tracker here to track. So it actually has 360 panning, and it can track just about anything that goes in front of it. It was actually developed to be monitoring sports games. Parents wanting to film their kids, or maybe adults filming their fun sports leagues. It was made for that. And so that's its number one purpose. And that brings me to another fundamental difference between these two devices. Newer gimbals are coming with AI trackers. Older gimbals actually don't have them, but you can get this little removable tracker here. And so that gives the gimbal very similar functionality to what the XBot is doing. But while the AI tracker for the gimbal is removable, you don't even need to use it with the gimbal, the AI tracker for the XBot is built in. You see it right there. It's an actual camera that is built into the device itself, although this camera is just tracking. It's not doing any recording. The recording is still happening solely on your phone. Now, some people might prefer having the AI tracker be removable. This tracker is also nice because it has a little LED light, so it has dual functionality of AI tracking and giving you LED light if you want. But I actually prefer that the XBot's tracker is built in because this way you can't lose it. I've already lost one of these units and I had to buy it again. So for me, it's definitely an issue having more removable pieces. Now, I don't know how wide the field of view on the Insta360's AI tracker is, but I do know that on the XBot, it's 120 degrees, which is really wide because remember, this thing is meant to be scanning an entire sports field. And so it's got the ability to track from really wide distances. And when it is tracking, it spins 360 degrees on this axis, which is actually similar to the Flow 2 Pro. The Flow 2 Pro is one of few gimbals that is able to do that full 360 rotation. So now that you know what the devices are and more or less how they work, let's go ahead and see them in action, particularly the XBot. So I have it set up here. Again, you have to put your phone in and then you mount it somewhere. And so we have it set up here. The power button is up front, so I'm going to hold that until the light starts flashing. All right, so I've got the XBot set up here, and one of the nice things about it is that similar to the Flow 2 Pro, there's multiple ways to control it. And one way is through gesture controls, which is nice because you don't have to, touch your camera or touch the device. You can do it from further away. So I'm going to go ahead and enable it by holding up the OK sign. And so it's going to start recording in the phone app, and it also sees me. So it's going to start tracking me. So now I can be moving around, and it's pretty responsive. Now I know based on the comments of some of my gimbal videos that some people think that this tracking feature is kind of gimmicky and not super useful. And depending on how you film, that might be true. But I know for myself as a solo content creator, like I'm here filming this video all by myself, I don't have any help. And as someone who is often trying to film myself with my children, and I don't have someone to be behind the camera, I find this to be super helpful because this way I can get myself in front of the lens and I don't have to worry if the camera is tracking me. I have faith, after multiple tests, that this tracking device is actually getting me the whole time. And so therefore, I can focus on being creative, actually filming or photographing whatever it is I want to shoot, and not have to worry about the operational logistics. And so for me, that is a huge weight off of my shoulders. And it really is a useful feature. But the real question for me is, can this truly replace my gimbal? So we're going to do some tests, mostly in regards to AI tracking. So I'm going to first start with a distance test. I'm going to see how far away I can get with first the XBot and then with the Flow 2 Pro. And we'll do a couple of other tests too and see what we think. So I've got the tracking going. Looks like it's indeed working. So let's go ahead and do this distance test. I'm here at basically a big soccer field. We're going to see how far away I can get and if it's still going to keep tracking me, even when I turn my back. I also got the auto zoom feature turned off, so we're going to test that in the next section. But for this one, let's just see if it will follow me as I'm walking across the field. I'm about midway through the field right now. All right, let's run to the other side of the field. Now let's go down toward the other goal on the far side. All right, it's the 360 Flow 2 Pro. I've activated tracking and I see the camera and the gimbal following me. So let's see how far away I can get and if it's gonna keep tracking me. All right, I personally cannot still see the tracker on the gimbal, but it is very possible that it can still see me. So that would be very, very impressive if that's the case. And I will make my way back to the camera and we'll repeat this test with auto zoom and see the difference. Another really cool feature on the XBot in the filming app is this setting called auto zoom. And so you either have it on or off. You can't really adjust any parameters. But having used auto zoom on my gimbals before, my understanding is that it should do a little bit of zoom to try to keep me in frame when I'm a little bit further away. If you guys see this, there's this squirrel. It's like been messing with me the entire time I've been filming here. I think it thinks I have food, but he's really bold. I can get pretty close to him. It's actually a little scary. I think he might jump on me. But yeah, he's been messing with me this whole time. But anyway, auto zoom. So I do have it enabled, so hopefully you're seeing it in action. I did review some footage. It zooms in a little bit, but it doesn't zoom in a ton. But that is something you could probably do in post-production if you really wanted to. But it is nice to have that as an option. All right, Flow 2 Pro, I am trying to enable this auto zoom feature, but it's a little hard to do on myself because it only works with the rear-facing cameras. So I had to just assume that it's tracking me. But I'm gonna go ahead and back up. We'll do a little demo of it. Hopefully all the settings are properly enabled. So I'm going about as far back as I was during the XBot test, about as far back as this rock. So hopefully it's doing a good demo so you can see. When I've done this test in the past, it zoomed in pretty well. So that's a way to even more so think that there's a actual cameraman operating your camera for you, even though you're a one-person solo creator show. Whew, I know it looks sunny, but it's actually so cold outside. Like, my hands are so frozen. So I had to come back to the car to finish filming this video. But hopefully that was a good demonstration of the AI tracking of both of these devices. I did want to say that beyond gesture control, you don't have to use that in either one. You can also just select or tap your subject, and that will initiate the tracking. Or both of these, the Flow 2 Pro and the XBot Chameleon, will let you connect to an Apple Watch. So you can use the Apple Watch as a remote control. And that's nice because it has a little display. And so you can go far away and you'll know for sure if you are actually recording or tracking, and be able to control some settings from afar. Because that's really nice, because for as much as I trust the AI trackers, you don't always know the limits, right? Like, how far away can you go? Is it always going to lock onto you even when there's a subject in the way? And so having that remote control preview screen on your watch is really nice peace of mind. One thing, though, in regards to controls that the XBot comes with that the Flow 2 Pro does not, is a physical remote control. And so this is nice. It doesn't have a display, but it does have, the basics. You can start and stop recording, and you can manually control where the camera or the AI tracker and the camera is going. And so that's nice to have. You don't have to fiddle with anything. It's just a Bluetooth remote, connects to the device, and you can get going if you don't want to stop and connect your Apple Watch. In terms of battery life, they both have about 8 hours of battery life. I think the Flow 2 Pro is actually rated to go about 10 hours, but I find in practice, especially if I'm using that AI tracker, that it's more about 8 hours is about how much. I've never really put it to the full test, but honestly, 8 hours is more than enough. Like, I'm basically able to go out and do my full filming of 1, even 2 or 3 videos, and I won't run out of battery for either device. Also, the batteries are built in and they're rechargeable. So, the verdict. Can the XBot Go Chameleon fully replace a gimbal? I would say that's the wrong question to ask. I think that even though there's some overlap between these devices, they're really serving two different purposes. If you want to be walking or running and moving with your camera and you need that stabilization, then, obviously a gimbal is still the way to go. Like, your phone does have really good built-in stabilization, but, it's kind of an awkward camera to hold. And so putting it on a gimbal just helps you capture more smooth and stable footage. Like, that's what this is really made for, the original intent of it anyway, and it still does that extremely well. You don't get any stabilization from this device. It is made to be planted and to track. With that said, I do think that the AI tracker on most gimbals, including the Flow 2 Pro, has gotten really good, but the main purpose of this is still to really stabilize your footage. The AI tracker is just the cherry on top. It's not really the primary device or primary function of these devices. And so even though AI tracking does work, you can just see it. The AI tracker is a lot smaller. It's not as big as the one that comes on the dedicated tracker. So if you are really serious about wanting dedicated tracking from a wide field of view, from full soccer field, then this is definitely the device for that. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think down below, if you've tried any kind of tracker like this, or if you're still going for gimbals. And if you are, which gimbal are you using? Let me know in the comments. And also, which feature from gimbals do you use the most often? Are you actually using the AI tracker? Or are you kind of just putting it aside? Or, like me, are you losing it? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.